Solid Signal podcast. As I record this, it's the first day of spring, March 21st, 2016, and green is returning to the world. All is well. And I, for myself, am back in our offices after a trip to see one of our favorite vendors, Surecall. Surecall makes cellular booster solutions from the smallest to the largest, and I have to say, after a couple of days at their operations center, I am incredibly impressed. You see, you might not be too familiar with Surecall, or you might know them as their previous name, Cell Phone Mate, because they've always been kind of a quiet company. They've been a company who have been involved in doing industrial strength cell boosters for a lot of years. I want to say about 15 years. And in that market, they just rule. If you need a cell booster solution for 25,000 square feet, you need to be talking about Surecall. These are the most powerful, most versatile boosters that are available today. And one of my favorite things about the Surecall set of solutions is they don't just have one solution for each size room. You can mix and match stuff in a way that, well, other companies don't necessarily let you do. Why? Because the FCC now requires that all combinations be FCC certified. And one thing I really like about Surecall is they went through all the trouble of making sure that all the combinations you might need are FCC certified, and that goes all the way down from the smallest booster to the largest. It means there's a huge product selection to choose from, and yes, I admit that can be a little bit daunting. You might have been more familiar with Surecall lately from some of the emails that we've sent over at Solid Signal advertising their new Easy 4G booster. And you know, I tested one of these boosters, and I got to tell you, I'm very impressed. I wouldn't tell you otherwise. I tend not to say negative stuff, only positive stuff, which means if I say nothing, you know it might be negative. But in this case, what I'm telling you is that here's a booster that's as powerful as any that you're going to find for a home setup and doesn't require you to get up on that roof and do anything. In 15 minutes, you can be boosting your cellular signal within the house, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to drill holes. You don't have to go through walls. It's just plug, point, easy. And that's one of the things I like about it. It's a new product for Surecall, and it's a new entry down into what we consider kind of the lower end of the market, which for cellular boosters is in the $300 to $400 range. What I'll explain there is that if you're paying a lot less than that for a cellular signal booster, is either you're not getting the full set of capabilities or you're not getting something that's actually going to work. At Solid Signal, the cellular signal boosters that we sell are all highly capable, and we don't sell any of those stickers or any of those things that don't actually work. They never did. So if you think you're paying 25 cents for a cell booster, you're wrong. Unfortunately, these are going to be a little bit more expensive solution. And that's what I'm talking about here. The thing is that you can find cell booster solutions down in the $300 range or $200 range even, and yes, they're going to be good solutions for a short time frame, and there's always going to be something that you leave on the table when you spend that little amount of money. If this isn't your first cell booster, or if it's going to be the cell booster that you want to put in for a long time, you want to choose something that really makes sense to you, something that's designed for superior heat dissipation, something that makes the best quality possible, something that covers as many bands as possible, and that's why you're going to want to spend a little bit extra for a Surecall cell booster. I was taking a look at these things, and you know, they're the only boosters out there in that price range, in the consumer price range, that are made of real metal, have real cooling fins on them, and have components spaced out far enough so that cooling is not a long-term concern. That said, they also have a combination of auto gain control and manually adjustable gain that you're not going to find in anything else, which is really kind of impressive. You can set it and forget it, or if you need to turn it down manually, you can do it, which no other cell booster is going to let you do. And the other kind of neat thing about it is that just like all of the other cell boosters, the new cell boosters from Surecall have all moved over to RG6 cable with F connectors, meaning it's a lot easier to extend things if you need to. That makes a big difference when you're thinking about putting things together, because, you know, I got nothing against RG58 cable, but it is expensive. Meantime, check out the selection of cell boosters from Surecall at solidsignal.com, and I'll see you again next week.